Very intriguing article dropping on Saturday night from USA Today. Jarrett Bell, quoting a couple of unnamed owners due to the sensitivity of the situation, requesting anonymity. One owner said that the group is counting votes toward a possible ouster of Daniel Snyder. 24 is the magic number. Not an easy number to come up with because some of these owners are going to be concerned that whatever standard they apply to Daniel Snyder is going to be applied to them at some point in the future. Let's not make it too easy to force someone to go sell their business. The other side of it, too, Snyder's going to fight like hell. And there could be an antitrust lawsuit where Snyder says, hey, how dare these owners of businesses tell me I can't own my business anymore? I've signed up for it because I have no choice, but this is wrong. This is improper. They can't force me to sell. So there could be a huge fight coming out of it, Chris. But the news is, and this echoes things that we've reported throughout the year, that Snyder may be testing the patience of his colleagues and they may be getting to the point where they're ready to do something. Apparently, they're getting there. And I think the key is not necessarily the financial impropriety stuff, although that's being investigated. The other key is the Tiffany Johnston allegations that Mary Jo White is investigating. If they can make anything stick to him on either count, it could be it for Daniel Snyder.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. I mean, listen, honestly, I'm kind of shocked it's taken this long to kind of get to this point to where you hear those type of rumors or things that are out there. It's been a lot of issues out of Washington. And I know Jerry Jones, like we talked about last week, like any press is good press or any news is good news. I don't know, not necessarily with what Washington's had. I mean, it's a look at dysfunction. And then I think like there's two things that I point at or at least look at, and I think you probably have the same view here, to where I just go, man, I mean, owners, we're in the club together or whatever, this has got to piss them off, all right? Sorry, London. The first one is, you know, if the rumors, again, allegedly, we don't know the stuff, but the Gruden emails, you know, where all that came from, I mean, that's just a bad look for the NFL. That set bad precedents, I think, for other owners, things like that as well. So that was kind of like, whoa, what are we doing there? And, you know, I think there is a faction, again, just throwing it out there as rumors that people think that maybe that those emails were released by Washington and Snyder and that, right? Right? And
people believe. Listen.
Go ahead.
We don't want to step into a defamation lawsuit here. Let me just say this: a very small universe of people had access to the John Gruden emails.
Yes,
they came from the 650,000 documents that were deemed to be unrelated to the workplace misconduct issues that were being violated. Those 650,000 documents were being and still are being zealously protected by the NFL. Now, some of them may have gone to Congress. I don't know because we still have no real transparency. However, there aren't many people that had them. Daniel Snyder, the Washington football team, they are within the universe of people who had access to them because they were on their servers. So it's not some big stretch. It's not some big shock if the truth would be that Snyder or someone in his direction gave those emails to the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. And that would be the ultimate irony, that it was over. It was done. There was no controversy. There was no congressional investigation. There was no uproar over lack of transparency. It all came up because of what happened with Gruden. If they had just left Gruden alone, I'm not saying they should have, but my point is when someone decided to weaponize those, if it was Snyder or someone attached to him, that's what gave all this crap new life and kept it going from October through November, December, and into this year. And if it brings him down, he only has himself to blame.
Yeah, that, and then if the so-called, you know, finagling of the books, you know, that we discussed, you know, over a month ago, as far as moving money around and, you know, not giving all the owners their appropriate share from a game-by-game basis and all that. I mean, that to me would be like the nail in the coffin there. Wait, these are distraction. There's dysfunction there. We're having to answer questions about it. And what? He's screwing us out of money too? Like, I would think if that ends up being true or they get some inkling that was being done, then he is in big trouble.
The Commanders have denied that. Mary Jo White is investigating those allegations as well. Congress is looking into it. Attorneys general from various jurisdictions are as well. One last point, though, because there was a quote from Bell's article, and you can see the article. We have a link to it at PFT, and we have some of the quotes there. The idea, and we've made this argument, at some point there are too many controversies. Regardless of what the truth is, regardless of who's right or wrong.
That's right.
At some point, you've just got too much smoke.
Right.
That is billowing around everything that we're trying to do as a league, it's too much. We'll find somebody who isn't constantly going to be dragged down by this accusation and that accusation. And fundamentally, look, you don't have a stream of accusations made against somebody who is doing everything the right way, and everyone is happy and everyone feels like they're being treated properly. People don't just go out and gratuitously make accusations over and over and over and over again, all sorts of different people. There's a common thread to all of it, and that common thread may be eventually out. As an NFL owner, we shall see.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.